Hi, y'all. This is Charity from F.R.O.G Crochet. And first of all, our devotion is called Even More. I'm using it from a book that says Choose Hope. Another one, misplaced it somewhere, so we're going to start this one. It says, Even more. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Ephesians 3:20. It says above all that we ask or think is just that. Imagine every good thing that God has promised in his word, or things you've only dreamed about. Think of wonderful things that exceed the limits of human comprehension or description. Then imagine that God is able and willing to do even more. The last part of this verse indicates that the Holy Spirit works within the Christian's life to accomplish the seemingly impossible. Our appreciation, when we do, God does far more for us than we could ever guess. And our prayer is, O Lord, you accomplish things I perceive as impossible. You know my hopes and dreams, and I believe that you are able to exceed my greatest expectations. And is that so true? Everything that's going on right now, people out there probably never dreamed, or, because the government's not helping them. So a lot of I'm helping other Americans right now, and it's just my pastor says every time he goes out, it's just amazing of what you see, and it's just everything that these people have asked for. Like some of the people, like campers care. Every time they've asked for things, it's showed up and then some, more than what they expected. So um, they are making things happen. And with you guys' help, you're helping make things happen too. Asked for some prayer pillow covers, and I've gotten more than I ever expected to even show up. So, and I really, really do appreciate everybody sending in these prayer pillow covers. And I am using some of them to make a blanket to send out for them as well. We actually have stuff that's at the church. My pastor to take a trip. I think he'll wait till after Christmas before he goes. But we got a package in. I did check the mail on Tuesday when I was there at the church, and I checked Wednesday as well. And then the treasurer, she checks the mail on Saturdays, because she takes care of writing out the bills and stuff for the church, and then I have to be the second signature on the thing, but she brought this in today at church. And so this was what was in the box. I just opened the box just enough to, I don't have to be trying to open the box while I'm doing this. So while we were talking, I slid this out of the box. It is wrapped in tissue paper. So let's see what we got. This is like Christmas, y'all. I love and I wait because I want it to be a surprise to me too, because I want to see what they look like. I want to be just just I don't know, thrilled when I see them. So, oh, I can see some blue in here. This is pretty. Oh wow, and they are soft. Ooh, this is soft. Feels like these top ones feel like chenille yarn. Hey, Connie, welcome in. Charlie Yeah. Miss Bandit's around here somewhere. Couch just chilling, staying warm. She's probably on the fuzzy blanket from Dark's mama. She absolutely loves that hooded blanket. Um, because my husband turned the gas heater off, and so she's been sitting on the couch with little man since. All right, here's the first one. And it's got blues, off white, like a cream color, and I don't know, kind of a, guessing it's like a brown color. It's cute. There's another one. This is really soft. Connie says, I think the boys are cold. They are curled up on my temperature blanket on the ottoman. Yeah, yeah, she loves blankets. She likes to be where it's warm. They've got to keep at what, a temperature of 100 and something degrees.
What, cats?
Yeah.
101.
101. Well, that one's pretty. I like that. That's soft.
It's like 100 to like 102. Something like there.
Ooh, this one, it's white, but it's got like little pastel speckles in it, but your screen, my lighting is terrible. I wish y'all could see this. There's just little teeny tiny specks of like pastel colors in this mixed with the white. And we got, oh, that one's soft. This one, it's orange in the center, a light, then it goes to a blue. And this is a really pale blue mixed with white. It looks white on my screen, but it's a very pale blue that we got on there mixed with white. Very soft. This one is pink, baby pink. Oh, well, other than the blue, but Miss Kitty will like this one. It's got purple mixed in with it. I don't know if y'all can see the difference. All right. Come on. Yeah, it's got blue. You can see a little bit change in color. Uh, there's some more yarn. It's in a different style. Man, that's soft. It's like a chenille type yarn. And this one, now she might like this one. It's got green and purple in it.
Just swap off to just using a different device because this is going to drain my battery.
These are just. It's got the name, so I try not to just do first names, and there's no note in the box. Thank you, M, very much for these beautiful pairs. They are absolutely gorgeous, and they will be sent out with this next load. Because I've got a bag of square already bagged up, and there's the blankets that Seta sent. She donated some blankets. There was some wash rags. There was a couple of hats, and some of it was stuff she made. That was some that her sister made, and there was a blanket her mom had made in there. And then I had a shawl wrap, whatever you want to call it, that I had made that I don't use. I made it for myself, so I just threw that in there. And in all of the pillow covers that people have sent in the last go around. So I will add these, other than the few that I did take out to add to the blanket. So I'll pick out a few off of here. I added these and add to the blanket, and then hopefully I can get it done in time to send it. So I will take a picture of it when I get it set together and everything and post it on my community tab. I probably won't have time to do a live to show it, so I'll probably just post the blanket before it gets sent out with them. Just put it on the community tab. But I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all of y'all that have sent these in. I know I have not gotten any of the thank you cards out, but I will. I promise. It's been crazy here. Between taking care of some animals for a friend, and then on top of everything else, we got the Christmas season, and we've also, which we've known about my husband's cousin a few weeks, but it's worse than what we thought. They were going to try to do chemo, but after a week of doing the chemo, they said it's not doing anything at all. They should have been seeing some results from the chemo, but it's not doing anything at all. And they basically, the tumor has grown. It started from his esophagus. It went up to his throat area and up through his shoulder, and it's going back down, and has wrapped around his kidney. And it just doing 1 week of chemo, it is that aggressive that it has grown more. And they basically told him that there's not really anything they can do for him. And so he just told his wife that he wanted to go back home and to spend time with his family. And yesterday, he's just in so much pain, that they've had to pretty much keep him sedated. That they have put him in a hospice care facility yesterday. When we were there, we went to go see him, but he was just not responsive. He wasn't responding to anybody being there, because he was just so. They had to give him so much pain meds. But today they changed his medication. He was up. They had him sitting up in a chair. He was asking for his wife and kids. They went to go visit. And then later, my husband's mom and one of his sisters was there, and she called. And it was a good thing that we just got done with service. We were actually sitting down to eat lunch. And one of his sister called and said that he was asking for my husband. And he looked at me and he's like, and I said, yes, go. I said, you didn't get to talk to him yesterday, so do go. And my pastor, even, he was sitting right there next to my husband. He said, yes, go. And he's like, well, he looked at me. He's like, well, how are you going to get home? I said, well, we'll get home somehow. And I said, I'm sure that your sister, because his sister, one of his other sisters, goes to our church as well, and she was there. So to just go and ask her, I'm sure that she'd be okay with taking us home, me and the kids. And she was. And we stayed for the rest of the program because we had our Christmas program today. And anyway, and I know that he was upset yesterday that he didn't get to talk to him at all. So, it really meant a lot to him to be able to go out there and actually talk to him today. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry, y'all. But it was a blessing to see his wife, that she's still focusing on, he's in God's hands. So she's just putting it all in God's hands and trusting God to take care of them and him right now and everything. So I try not to, y'all. Try not to. But anyway, he is. I've gotten to know him over the years. Me and my husband have been married 21 years, going on 22. And this cousin, it's actually his second cousin, but they grew up together. He's only 42 years old. And anyway, me and his wife, his cousin's wife, has become really good friends. But my husband and his second cousin, they pretty much grew up together. My husband's one of 7 kids, and he's the youngest of 7. And by the time he came around, his 2 older brothers were already grown and out of the house, had families of their own. So he really didn't get to experience having an actual brother, I guess, in the house with him. He had 2 older sisters that kind of treated him like a live baby doll, you know. But anyway, they grew up together, and he's always seen him as more like a brother than a cousin. And his cousin is the same way. Because when he was there, some friends of theirs had came to visit as well, and she was introducing my husband to their friends, and she said, "This is Eston's brother cousin." And he just kind of like looked at her weird, and she's like, "Well, that's how he introduces you or talks about you, is that you're his brother cousin," because they grew up together. And they both feel the same way, that they, are more like brothers than they are cousins. Even though they are second cousins, but they grew up together. He was here with Brian during the summertime and stuff like that, and or my husband was over there with him. But they just grew up together. And I've got cousins that way too, but they are my first cousins. But I feel like they were kind of like sisters to me. So, I understand it. I really do. So, it's been hard, y'all. It's been real hard to deal with this. But keep them and keep my husband and his cousin's family in prayer as they go through this. Especially with it being at Christmas time here, we're gonna be cherishing every moment that we got with him right now that we can. So I said I'm glad that he did get to go talk to him today. No. So he didn't get to talk to him much, but he said basically when he got there, he was like, "I'm just chilling." So he still humor with him, even though he's in so much pain. But they said today he was they had him sitting up in a chair, and he was actually drinking Mountain Dew. And he told his wife, he says, "Man, this tastes so good." As he was actually he wasn't just guzzling, he just kept sipping on it because he really can't take in a whole lot. But they said that tumor, as big as it is, it's pretty much pushing all his internal organs forward to make room for that tumor itself inside him, and that's that the pressure of that tumor pushing on him, and all the swollen lymph nodes in his body is causing a lot of pain as well. But they basically, when they said there was nothing they could do, at the most, they said he'd probably have 3 weeks, but we don't know. So, like I said, we're going to be trying the best we can to spend as much time as we can with him when we can. So, but there's other family members that's going and visiting as well. We don't want to interfere with his dad or his wife and kids being able to spend time with him. So, but I said he was specifically asking uh, for his brother to come and visit him. So he went today. So he does have a actual sister, and she was there too, visiting. His dad was there and stuff. So, but anyway, um, it's been rough. So, but I'm gonna hop off of here, y'all, and before I start breaking down and crying again, hopefully I'll get this done soon, and like I said, I'll post a picture of it on the community tab of what the blanket is gonna look like, and when it gets sent. So I hope y'all have a wonderful and blessed rest of the week, and a wonderful and blessed Christmas, y'all. I guess I'll see you next time. Hopefully it won't be all this. But thank you very much to everyone that has donated these squares and everything that's been donated. It is those people. It is definitely greatly appreciated. The recipients of these. So y'all have a wonderful and blessed week and a very blessed and Merry Christmas, y'all. Bye, y'all.